Hi, my name is Anna. I'm 20 years old, and I'm a university student, living in a small apartment in the city. People often say my life is simple, but trust me, every day feels like an adventure. From early mornings to late nights, there's always something happening, sometimes fun, sometimes stressful. Let me take you through one of my typical days. Well, typical might not be the right word. Let's just say it was unforgettable. It all started with my alarm clock. More accurately, the lack of it. Usually I wake up at 6:30 a.m., but that morning, when I opened my eyes, the clock read 7:20 a.m. Oh no, I screamed, jumping out of bed. My first class was at 8. I had less than an hour to get ready. I rushed to the bathroom, brushed my teeth so quickly that I almost forgot to rinse, and skipped my shower. In the kitchen, I reached for my favorite orange juice but accidentally knocked it over. The glass shattered on the floor, and I stood there for a second, frozen. Not the best start to my day, I thought, grabbing an apple and running out the door. When I reached the bus stop, I realized I had forgotten my wallet. Panic set in. How was I going to pay for the bus? I checked my bag and found a single coin. It wasn't enough, but I decided to ask the driver anyway. "Excuse me, I don't have enough fare," I said, holding up the coin. To my surprise, the driver smiled. "It's okay, hop on," he said. I felt a mix of relief and embarrassment. As the bus moved, I found a seat and looked out the window. At least someone is kind to me today, I thought, holding back a tear. I made it to class just in time, slipping into my seat as the teacher walked in. "Good morning, everyone," she said. "Let's start with a surprise quiz." My stomach dropped. I hadn't reviewed my notes, and I felt completely unprepared. As I stared at the paper, my mind went blank. I tried my best, but it felt like every question was a trick. When the teacher handed back the quizzes, I saw my score, 5 out of 10. Not great, but not terrible, I thought, trying to stay positive. But inside, I felt disappointed. My friend Maria noticed and leaned over. "Hey, don't worry," she whispered. "We can study together this weekend. You'll crush the next one." Her words cheered me up a little, but I couldn't shake the feeling that I needed to do better. At lunchtime, I met my friends in the cafeteria. I was excited to try the new grilled sandwich everyone had been talking about. When I got to the counter, the cashier said, "Sorry, we're sold out." I sighed and ordered a simple salad instead. At the table, I was telling my friends about my chaotic morning when Lisa interrupted. "Anna, you're always so dramatic." It's just a bad day," she said, rolling her eyes. Her words stung. I wanted to say something back, but instead I stayed quiet. The table grew awkward, until Maria broke the silence. "Lisa, that's not fair. Everyone has bad days," she said. Lisa looked at me and sighed. "You're right. Sorry, Anna. I didn't mean to be harsh." I smiled weakly. "It's okay, let's just eat." But deep down, I couldn't stop thinking about her comment. After lunch, I decided to clear my head. Instead of going to the library, I went to the park nearby. It was a sunny day, and the fresh air felt like a much-needed escape. I rented a bicycle and rode around the lake. The cool breeze and the sound of birds made me feel a little lighter. I stopped by a group of children flying kites and watched for a while, smiling at their laughter. But my peaceful moment didn't last. As I pedaled away, my bike chain slipped. I tried to fix it, but my hands got covered in grease. Frustrated, I wanted to scream. "Need help?" a kind stranger asked. He fixed the chain in less than a minute. "Thank you," I said, feeling a little embarrassed. "No problem." "Bad day?" he asked. "You have no idea," I replied, and we both laughed. In the afternoon, I finally made it to the library. I had a history assignment due. I needed a specific book. When I checked the shelf, it wasn't there. "Great, just what I needed," I muttered. I asked the librarian, who told me the book had been checked out. She recommended another title, and though I wasn't sure it would help, I decided to give it a try. As I flipped through the pages, I realized it had even better information than the book I was looking for. Maybe things happen for a reason, I thought, feeling a bit more optimistic. When I got home, I found a recipe for stir-fried vegetables with noodles, and thought, how hard could this be? I started chopping vegetables, but midway, I realized I didn't have soy sauce. Improvisation time, I said, adding lemon juice and salt instead. The dish turned out edible. Barely. As I ate, I laughed at myself. Not exactly a master chef, but at least I tried, I thought. After dinner, my phone rang. It was my mom. "Hi, sweetheart. How was your day?" she asked. Hearing her voice, all the frustration melted away. I told her everything. The alarm, the quiz, the bike chain, and the soy sauce disaster. She laughed and said, "Anna, it sounds like you had an adventurous day, but you handled it all. I'm proud of you." Her words felt like a warm hug. Sometimes all you need is someone to remind you that you're doing your best. That night I spent a few minutes journaling. I wrote about the kind bus driver, the stranger who fixed my bike, and my mom's encouragement. Today wasn't perfect, but it was real, I wrote. And maybe that's enough. As I lay in bed, I thought about tomorrow. No matter what it brought, I knew I'd handle it just like today. Smiling to myself, I drifted off to sleep. And that's a day in my life, full of ups and downs, little joys and unexpected challenges. Life may not always go as planned, but it's the small moments, kindness, laughter, and even mistakes that make it worth living. Thank you for listening to my story. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your own stories in the comments. See you next time.